at that point yet, Bob. Next question.
So Paul George, nothing really to say about his future, Tim. A lot of people thinking maybe he ends up in L.A., right? Didn't have much to say. He can be a free agent summer of 2018. We found out today he didn't make All-NBA first, second, or third team. He could have got a lot of money, like $210 million, if he made that team. Now the Pacers can only offer him $180. What's your take on maybe the voting process and what happened there with him being left off?
I mean, do you remember the summer of 2014 when Paul George's leg went in a direction
I remember that vividly.
that no leg
Team
should
USA
ever go in? At that moment there, some thought that he may never step on the floor again.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this right now, I was not a believer that he would ever get back to the player that he once was, competing for an NBA championship with the Pacers, competing for an MVP award. But frankly, he's coming off the best season of his career, averaged nearly 24 points a game. And I know during that moment when he was laying on the ground, everyone who's a basketball fan said, man, I hope he gets back to where he's at. If I could have voted, I would have absolutely put him on the All-NBA team this year, even though I'm not a huge Paul George fan. I think he can be selfish. I think he throws his teammates under his bus. But for an extra $75 million, I'm going to help a brother out.
What do you mean, though? Like, you have to go with who the best player was. And certainly he's not better than a LeBron or a Giannis or a Kawhi. But, like, Jimmy Butler was one of those final players on the third team. Like, I had to take Jimmy Butler, what he did, over Paul George. I can't just do it because of what's in his pockets. That doesn't have any impact on me. I have to do it strictly on-court performance, Tim.
Yes, for me, I'm biased, all right? If you said, Tim, you need to drive to Connecticut right now and chop down a tree, I'm going to get $2 million. I'm going to chop down a tree because you're my boy.
Really?
You know what I mean?
But what does that do for you?
It gives me self-satisfaction to realize that you and your family are going to be in a better place. Yes, if I'm voting for this award, I vote for Paul George. I say, absolutely, we got to get him on the All-NBA team because he has a chance to make an extra $75 million from the man. We're all fighting the man. I'm sitting at this bar with you right now because we're all fighting the man.
That doesn't fly because understand, even though he can't get $210 from the Pacers, he can still get $180 million from the Pacers. Now the $75 million difference is if he goes elsewhere. He can still get about $130 million. So what sense of self-satisfaction does it give me whether Paul George makes the team or not, where he can still at the least get $130 million? You think he's going to be in the welfare line?
No, he's not. No, he's not, but I think this says a lot about you.
He's not going to have to cut any corners.
Oh, then what'd you do? Did you used to cover your answers when you were in grade school? Oh, I don't want anyone looking at my paper, huh? Were you one of those guys? I was open, especially if I studied, which was rare. But if I was studied, I want everyone to go out there and get an A. If there's any way we can cut corners, I'm all about it. If Paul George, if I had a vote, should have made All-NBA.
So you're all about the good of others. Anything you can do to help somebody out, you're all in every time, no matter what.
I'm the Robin Hood of 120 Sports.
Is that right?
Let's take from the rich and give it to the poor. Who's the best here about offering you a cookie, trying to fatten you up a little bit?
Buying Wendy's, Frosties, Jimmy Bacon cheeseburgers?
Burgers for you, my friend. It wasn't just one.
I didn't know that. We got a new nickname, Tim Robin Hood Doyle.